Good afternoon, friends, fans, and fam. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How in the heck are y'all? What's been going on? TikTok. Hey, hey, hey. What's happening? We are already in the game. There we go. We are live. Hi, hi, hi. So we're just filling in last night's paperwork. So that was the 3rd. We'll say flat neck. How you doing, Turtle? How you doing? So many crimes last night. Alright, now to put his picture in the book. Ooh, exciting. Gotta love Samuel Wren. Rude. Alright, so today we are going to administer this test. Let me open a drink. I'm so sad. It's my last can of berry and coconut. Tragedy. I better go back and see if I've done anything else to my house. Okay, that was kind of cool. That was completely unnecessary, but also kind of cool. Go me. I tamed a random wild horse. So clever. Howdy.
Hello,
There
how are
she
you?
is. Howdy. How are we today?
Not too bad.
Feeling confident?
I suppose so.
Read your SOPs 100 times?
I suppose, you know, probably less than 20 or 30, but I suppose that's enough. Or
Okay, okay.
I'll see.
Well, let me just get a copy of your test out. All right, here we go. Don't forget to write your name at the top and give it a go.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've been like this.
Right. Well, you can have a seat in here. You can sit anywhere you like, really. There's a chair back in the jail cell as well if you really don't want to sit up here in the main office. But you know what? No pressure. No pressure. If you don't get 100% the first time, we can try again until you get it right. Just with each passing test, I'll just get more and more disappointed as it goes. That's okay.
Right. So when Langston told me that I should blame you if I don't get it right the first time, that's not what I should do.
Oh, absolutely, but just not to me. That's who you can complain to other people to, that it was on my fault.
Course.
But to me, it'll be my heart that breaks when you get it wrong, you see.
Right. Going to do the puppy eyes as well.
Mm-hmm. And
Exceptionally disappointed.
ignore any questions you think Langston might have tampered with.
Right. Okay. Good to know what I to expect. I might just stay here.
All right. Well, technically, you got all week, so you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. But you know what? I reckon you got this. You give it a go.
Let's see.
Oh, so fun. Oh, it's gonna be so funny. I'm so suspicious. I don't trust anyone. I'm like, is that an ambo preparing to shoot me? Samuel ran in Blackwater as well. Come on, sheep. Off you go. Get out of here. Go and get. Oh my god, that guy's getting destroyed by a mob of sheep. Oh god. Is he dead? I think he might be dead. I think the sheep killed him. That's awful. That's so brutal. He's still getting bullied, even though he's dead. Oh, that guy didn't have a good time out there, huh? Is he coming back for more? Oh, God. Why would he go back out there? Another guy just died of the sheep? What the hell? It's like the third guy I've watched get killed by sheep tonight. This is unhealthy. This place is not good for them. Why is he running away? The wolves are outside the gate. Down there. Where are you going, fella? Why are you running? Oh, he made it out. What the hell? How did he get by? Is he deserting? Oh shit.
That sounded very exciting.
Oh, wolves got inside the walls again. It's always a question of whether you shoot the wolves and risk the ire of the army thinking you're shooting at them, or you just let the army do their thing and wish them luck and Godspeed.
Honestly, both of those sound like bad options, so.
Yeah, pretty much. How you going? All good?
Not too bad.
All right, all right.
For
Let me
the
know
most
when
part.
you're done. I'll just be out here.
Good luck with the wolves.
Yeah, wolves, wild horses, and soldiers with guns. It's great. Oh, that wolf ain't dead. Shit.
Go kill yourself.
Oh my god, it's chaos. My god, there's just a massacre going on out here. Jesus Christ, look at them all. They're all dead. They've all died. How many wolves did it take to do all this damage? Oh god, mister, get out of there. There's too many sheep down there. And there's a horse. There's a horse on the loose. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh God!
Now where's the wolf at? I don't think Jesus can save you.
Hello. Sorry, I was just about to come out and see you actually.
Oh, I don't know if you want to go out there. It's awful.
I was going to say the menagerie of animals I just saw. How did they all get in here?
It's better not to ever ask that question.
There's so many of them.
And you probably don't want to go up on the wall over there.
know what? You're probably right. Anyway, let me put this in the cabinet.
Yeah, you just file that away. I feel like we should probably get the hell out of here.
Probably.
We can cover the rest of what we need to cover this week on the road. Oh God, mister.
Right. Where to?
Let's just get out the door first. You got everything you need? You need a new, any gum or a badge or anything like that? Watch out.
I feel like I'm about to get... It's good to say, I feel like I'm about to get headbutt.
Stampeded, yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of worth a look up on the wall. You might want to have a quick look up there.
I don't know if you're lying to me or not. This is a mess, Tyrell.
Welcome to Fort Wallace, the Army's finest.
Don't be a fool. Right. Onwards and upwards.
Oh God, let's go to Valentine. Well, congratulations. It looks like you might have passed that exam.
Thank God for that. I definitely haven't been fretting about it for over a week now.
No, I couldn't imagine you having any misgivings whatsoever about a piece of paperwork.
No, especially not when Langston is sitting in my ear telling me that I'm going to fail.
Is he? He's so helpful.
Truly.
There's a reason we let the desert take him. And we pray every day it doesn't return him.
Right, I'm sure. Posey's really working hard on her own out there.
Yeah. Actually, that reminds me, I gotta do something on her behalf. There was a coach robbery just out near Flatneck in New Hanover here last night. I got one of the suspects and he confessed eventually after a bit of a shooting out near Van Horn.
Oh dear.
But she's gonna want to write up a warrant for the other one, Samuel Wren.
Oh yes, I do remember him.
Mm-hmm. But the good news is, now that you passed your exam and you've proven you kind of got the idea of what this job's gonna all be about, your week 4 training is to invest you with all the authority of a deputy marshal and hope you don't fuck it up.
How terrifying.
Well, essentially you are now authorized to act as if you are already a full deputy marshal. No more probationary rules apply. You are free to pursue suspects. You are free to arrest people with warrants, I believe. Actually, let me double check my notes on that one.
I did end up doing that test warrant for Adrian, though I will say that it's quite bare bones. Obviously, there's no actual evidence pointing towards him just yet, so outside of what Mr. P has said. But it does exist.
Okay. Well, we can take a look at that as well and just see what it might have looked like. We are going to pursue that case. And in fact, it is going to be your case now that you have the authority to investigate and act upon such things.
Wonderful.
But yes, you have full deputy marshal authority and the ability to act without supervision in the event that you feel like there are criminals afoot, cases to pursue. Obviously, bearing in mind that, we don't go digging into things outside of Lemoyne unless we're actively involved in them, like a coach robbery dispatch or something. But I talked to Drummond, and he's happy to let us keep that case, seeing as well, for one, there ain't no Blackwater law at the moment to speak of, and two, he's kind of stretched thin too. It's just him and JY out there.
Yes, I got a response from him saying something similar about the fact that he was happy for us to take it, so I assume that I will just keep going the way that I'm going at the moment. I would like to talk to Adrian at some point more in depth, and if I can't speak to him before then I will probably talk to Langston, because I know that they have some sort of working relationship at the moment.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Or rather, they were...
You know where Shea
had a-
Porter is?
that bounty out. I do, yes.
That's where Adrian's
That's
based
his-
out of.
Right, yes. Do you know if he has any friends around, or...
I believe he works with someone out of there.
I suppose that's what I need to find out next.
But at the end of the week, we'll go over your tests. We'll go over any notes from this week. Any queries you've got, anything that crops up, don't hesitate to reach out and say, hey, what do I do? This has happened, or that's happened, or obviously you can always ask Langston or any of the others as well. But actually, let's just check this bounty board here too.
Just going to grab some food really quickly.
All right.
Just a moment.
Aww. You can still play and be horsey, can't you? You've still got your farm? Or did you give that up too?
Anything exciting?
No. Well, yeah, Avery, Bryce, and Bill are about. Somewhere out near... God damn it. What's the place? Somewhere out near... Butcher's Creek. Which probably means they're either on their way from Van Horn to Thieves or Thieves to Van Horn.
Right.
So we'll ride out toward Flatneck and see what we can see about this coach that got hit last night.
Right.
So this case, where do you think you can go next in terms of investigating it? Figuring out who's who and what's what and all whatnot.
Gut instinct is to go after Mr. P first. I need to talk to him. Above all things, I need to talk to him. Especially since we know that there's two horses, an Adrian and a Reuben. I'd like to know if Mr. P actually heard the name Adrian Haas, or if he was just guessing, or
Speculation.
perhaps saw him. So I'd really like to get a first-hand account from Mr. P himself first, and then once I've done that, I'll probably look into Adrian himself, especially if he's insistent on the fact that it was Adrian, especially because Adrian was insistent on the fact that it was not him the other day. It wouldn't put it past.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't put past
past
either
him
of
to
them.
lie, and I wouldn't put it past Mr. P to just be straight up wrong.
Exactly. So I don't want to take anyone's word until I've actually spoken to both of them. Especially since Mr. P, I've noticed, is not exactly the most liked person around the States. So really...
He's also just not the most reliable. Man's nuts.
Exactly.
Which makes it...
While I'm thinking about it, I don't really, it could have been anyone. If he's got that many enemies or people that dislike him, it really could have been anyone. For any reason whatsoever. Which does not make it easy, but that's alright.
Yeah,
I suppose that's part of it.
it's a tricky part of it. It also can make a conviction difficult to get if you don't have hard evidence and you've only got the word of a disliked madman to go on. You know, if, I don't know, say Chief Deputy Marshal Dumont gives you his word that he saw XYZ happen, or like with what we're going to look at here, we're going to document whatever evidence we can get. And then I'm also going to be giving Posey a statement that I pursued Ren from this vicinity.
Right.
Did you hear another horse then?
No. So there are a lot of wild horses around here.
Not hearing it now. I just could have sworn I heard an extra set of hoofbeats for a second, but sometimes the dirt echoes weird.
Mason and I were only talking about this the other day, about the fact that we've become so hypersensitive to listening to it.
Yeah.
It's like I could hear it from a mile away.
All the time. Wild horse runs, and I swear I hear it right beside me, and it's like half a mile that way. Just because I'm so listening all the time for something out of place.
Conditioned.
Yeah. So yeah, they were just along here somewhere. I think it was still on the road when I rode up on it.
Hitting it for the sake of hitting it, or were they after something?
That's what I never really got the chance to figure out.
Ah, there.
Here we go. Oh yeah, right here. All over. Might have been a damn herd of wild horses again.
Hmm. They're out to get you tonight.
Jesus. It looked so grassy and easy to ride. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that would explain it. There's your culprit.
Cheeky bastard. Riding up and down, running up and down on the cliff, too. Just to make it more obtuse. Okay, back to what we was doing. Go on, get. You find anything else off the beaten path anywhere?
No, not particularly. There's nothing actually in the station either. It doesn't look like they stopped.
There's a dead guy over there, but that's about it. Which is weird, because the feller I got last night, he confessed that he thinks he killed 5 of them.
Right.
There's only one definite dead over here. And it's the only actual dead person I can find is around here. Others all seem shot to shit, but...
I was going to say, but they're alive.
Well, maybe. So far.
For now.
At least they're injured. There's that fella, there's the driver here.
And the 3 over here. Do we know
So that's
if the dead one
3
is...
injured, 1 dead, driver, and another injured over there. So 5 injured and 1 dead.
6 in total. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So why did my fella last night confess to 5 second-degree murders?
Is that what you charged him for?
That's what he confessed to. I asked what happened. He said he shot
Interesting.
them and they didn't get back up.
So he believes he's an overachiever. Or he's arrogant.
A little bit of both, yeah. Let's take a ride to Blackwater. I need to check if they got bounties for this out there.
Right. Is that the closest town that they would be, or would Strawberry get them too?
Honestly, around here, Blackwater, Saint Denis, and Rhodes, and Valentine can all end up with it,
Right.
depending on which
They
side
just-
of the tracks. And which way the train's going too, I guess, sometimes. Like, if they hit a coach at Flatneck and the train's going past, if the train's going towards Blackwater or Riggs, someone gets off at Riggs, reports it in Blackwater. If the train's
Right.
going, making a turn towards Rhodes or Valentine, they get off, they report it there. I don't know.
Luck of the draw.
It is pretty inconsistent, so it can be tricky sometimes. I've had coach robberies in our jurisdiction, but the bounty ending up in Blackwater, or the bounty ending up in Rhodes. When that happens, you need to let local law know that actually you've already charged them for that crime, or you've got a warrant out for that crime because it actually happened in your jurisdiction.
Did your other fugitive from last night, did they have a bounty?
I don't know. They didn't in Saint Denis and they didn't in Rhodes, but that doesn't mean they don't in Blackwater, so we're gonna go have a
Right.
look. If they do have one in Blackwater, I'll just bring it down and I'll send the chief of police a telegram letting him know why.
Makes sense.
In that case, essentially, to bring a bounty down, what you'll do is you'll claim it to your own passport. You'll tell the fella, look, just give me the cash, and then you take the cash to the bank that would have otherwise been the reward for that bounty, and you send a transfer to 448.
Oh yes, I do remember that number.
And then they take
Is
care
there
of it.
situations where you can award the bounty money when the bounty has not, technically speaking, been completed? Say I take a bounty hunter along in a posse,
Mm-hmm.
and he helps apprehend the fugitive, but he didn't do it alone. Could you still award him the bounty money for helping, or would you just say tough luck?
That is gonna be case by case dependent. So say we're riding out of Saint Denis, we're chasing, there's someone on the board at the moment, 5'11", pale, average, jet black hair. It's
Yes,
worth
right.
$654 we're going left. Now, if we... Oh my god, what are you doing, Finley? It's a rock, you fucking genius. So say we say, alright, we're gonna go chase that fella. And it's you, me, and Adrian. But we're specifically chasing him for that bounty. And we catch him, and we process that bounty. In that case, I am going to distribute that money evenly amongst the three of us. Even if you shot him, and I dragged him in, but Adrian was there and he helped, and I don't know, maybe he told a funny joke at the right time, or provided cover fire, or took a bullet. That to me is enough assistance. Sometimes I'll split some of the money off, even if all they did was ride with me after it happened, because we were making sure that the prisoner didn't escape and nobody came to free them. I'll claim the bounty myself, but then I'll divvy up however I feel like is fair, essentially. And there's no hard and fast rules about who makes the most out of a posse. It's all dependent.
Just personal discretion.
Yeah, all dependent on what everyone else is going to feel is fair and what's not going to make anybody so upset that they go commit their own crimes.
Good to know.
But, like a bounty hunter that works with a regular posse might even be like, I chase the bounties and you get a regular salary. You know, you work with me, I'm the bounty hunter, you're my assistant, I pay you $50 a bounty and I keep whatever's left. I don't know, it's entirely up to them. There's not our job. Once the bounty gets brought in, we pay the money to whoever essentially hands them over. And it's up to them to divvy it up however they see fit. Unless you know that you should have some kind of hand in it in order to keep the peace, I guess. But
Right.
how people choose to split the winnings of a bounty ain't really our call. Now, if somebody came and said, well, he said he was going to give me half, and he didn't, well, then we might just have a fraud case on our hands. Just hitch up here and go take a look inside. Bill. Yeah, I'm gonna take these down because these were in martial jurisdiction. Yeah, I was right. There were 2 bounties here.
I see them.
I'm gonna take them down, but I'm gonna make a copy because that is definite evidence that they committed the crimes they're accused of.
Hmm.
That's something you can use anytime you're writing a warrant as well.
Oh,
Yeah. If you're writing a warrant for something that you know someone has a bounty connected to, you can always add that that bounty to your warrant file.
would that be considered as direct evidence? Supplementary?
Depends entirely on what else you've got, I guess, but it's certainly evidence. If a local clerk reports you as committing a crime, that is
Definitely.
definitely evidence that you done did it. Especially if it's as convenient as someone like Samuel Wren that's got an extensive record and a file with a mugshot on it.
Oh, definitely.
Wow. Fine horse.
Who was the other man with him?
1 second to go into the bank.
Sorry.
Okay, well then. I have nothing much else we need to do tonight. Except get this information over to Posey. Probably just drop it back at the fort.
I was going to say, would you usually leave that in the city or at the fort?
It just depends on whose case it is. If it's gonna be a New Hanover case, I'm guessing, given where it occurred.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was very much New Hanover. just outside of Valentine almost, so
Hmm.
it's definitely Posey's case to do the Wren warrant. It's not a hard warrant to write. I mean, we got the evidence. Hell, I even have a telegram from him last night. Not quite going so far as to say, hey, I did it, but he just said I was paid to do a job and I didn't steal that man's hat like he claimed I did.
Right.
I
Ren
mean,
strikes me as the sort of person that is easily goaded into doing things.
yeah,
Perhaps a little insecure in his own standing.
plus he'll also just do it because there's a laugh or some money or he's bored.
Hmm. The most dangerous people are the bored ones.
Honestly, yeah, considering the damage he's caused while bored, oh damn.
You especially.
Oh yeah, he's broken into so many general stores, blowing up so many things with dynamite just 'cause he didn't get enough attention. Like literally not enough attention. Jesus Christ, squirrel. Ex-squirrel now, I guess.
Call that 10 points back home.
Damn, alright. Well, Finley's probably on about 574.
Good horse.
How many points do you get for a person back home?
Probably less. It's not really supposed to be honest, but the squirrels and the rabbits definitely count.
Well,
Might get disqualified if you hit a person.
okay. Sorry, Finley, you're disqualified. He's killed at least one axe-wielding maniac. Just stepped right into him. Knocked him down, stepped in his chest.
Honestly, it reminds me of my gelding back home. As brave as the day,
Mm-hmm.
would do anything for you. He was such a gentleman. I miss him very dearly.
I can imagine. You know, still kind of don't really want to go back up to the fort, to be honest with you.
Where would you like to go instead?
I just mean, all that chaos, it's probably still going on.
Right. Can only imagine. I'm not going to lie, I don't think I will spend a lot of my time at the fort.
Honestly, I would avoid it as... I mean, you're lucky. In Saint Denis, we got options. We got SDPD, where
Do.
we can do all our paperwork. And we've got the courthouse if we just need an office. So yeah, keep digging into this abduction of Mr. P. See if you can find enough evidence to make it worth our time prosecuting the case. Keep putting it in the file in our NSDPD. We can review it at the end of the week.
Will do.
Honestly, if he doesn't give you anything, as much as we want to take away a violent criminal, if the victim ain't coming forward and there's no other evidence, we might just have to call it a cold case until something happens. Now, calling it a cold case doesn't mean case is closed. Just means that there ain't much point putting too many more hours into it when there's just nothing to go off of.
Rather prosecute a strong case than a flimsy one, I suppose.
Exactly. I'd rather just find you something you can actually sink your teeth into and write a real warrant for.
I do have a question, actually.
Yeah, go on.
If you were taken to the top of the swamps in Saint-Denis and forced to fight an alligator, do you consider that attempted murder, or do you consider that as aggravated assault?
Good question. It's a tricky one. It's definitely abduction.
It's definitely abduction, and it's definitely robbery, but...
What was taken?
It was from Mr. P himself. He mentioned most of his guns and valuables.
Okay. Okay.
And I believe it was robbery because, and not greater theft, obviously, because he had them taken under duress, as I assume as he was being made to fight the alligator, which obviously I can only guarantee once I've actually spoken to him. But...
So, regardless of duress or not, obviously robbery is a charge you can put in the event it was duress. You can also use greater theft if you think there's reason to push for the stronger sentence of greater theft.
I would like to know. But before I do that, I'd like to know how much it was worth. How much?
Yeah, exactly. If it's over $80, that is. If it's not over $80, then yeah, robbery is your strongest case.
Which is my, again, gut assumption. But before making that gut assumption, I would like to talk to Mr. P.
Now, in the event Mr. P was bound and incapacitated and then fed to an alligator,
I did look into mayhem in a second.
In that case, I would call that, if he was fed to an alligator while incapacitated and died, for example, or almost died, I would call that murder or attempted murder. But the fact he was given an opportunity essentially to fight the alligator,
that's what makes me feel aggravated. For the most part, anyway.
yeah, that to me would have been murder in the second or aggravated assault. get all these files collated and put on Posey's desk. Send her a telegram to say as much. But then I'm going to turn in here at the fort for the night, I'm afraid.
That's fair. I'm just going to go check my telegrams and then honestly I'll probably head back to Lemoyne.
Yeah, fair enough. Enjoy. Be safe. I'll be maybe not around tomorrow, but I'll be back the day after.
Alright. Hopefully I'll see you then.
And have fun and be safe in the meantime.
Fingers crossed. Don't want to get into too much fun.
Oops, that wasn't locked, and now it is.
Alright. I will see you in 2 days then.
Be safe.
Take care.
Alright, chat. That is us for the evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. Love you all, and I hope you have a solid day. I'll see you on Friday. Bye now.